What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crystalline. It's Blackjack. And now, the end is cliffhanger. We go and we find out what's going on here. I don't know why my voice got like this. Oh, right, the inner key doesn't work. Leanna blinks.
Really?
Really? I nod. We can't just leave it alone if something foul is at play here. Leanna smiles.
You're right. Anyway, let's go meet up with Zach.
Oh, fuck Zach. Let's go on our own adventure. I nod. Oh, you lame-o. Come on, penicillin. We make our way to the lane of the armory and smiths and peek through a few window shops before we spot Zach. A guard looms over him. This can't be good. Uh-oh, this doesn't look promising. Stop saying my dialogue after I say it. Leanna frowns as we enter the shop.
This doesn't concern you. Stay out of it.
It became my concern when you threatened him in front of me.
Threatened? All I told him was what may happen to his store if he doesn't pay up for these protective services.
Yeah, I believe that's what is called a threat, sir.
Leave. Now.
All right, maybe I can stop mocking Zach a little bit now. The guard laughs.
What makes you think I'd listen to you?
What makes you think I listen to you? Now I'm just mocking the guard. Look here. Cock shoulder staring dead-eyed at him like he's gonna do something. Zach glares at the guard as he flips open his coat and reveals his discharger. Ooh, pistol grip pump on my hand at all times. He grips the second discharger on the table. The color drains from the guard's face.
2 dischargers with purple spears and a black trench coat.
Not purple spears and a black trench coat. He must be like a goth or something.
It can't be.
It can't be! Zach shifts slightly, increasing the ferocity in his eyes. The guard tries to hide his fear with false bravado. He turns towards the shopkeeper. You know what's weird? This actually reminds me, once upon a time, and I guarantee you no one will ever find it because they'll never know what the name is that I used to go under when I was... Shit, this may have been 15 years ago. Okay, I used to write fiction. And I created my own world and everything like that. And I used to think that shit was like the bomb. Like I was like, oh man, this is like groundbreaking. Like I could make a book with this. I guarantee you, if I had that fiction that I wrote back then, in which I had like brooding characters like this, in which I made people like scared by like the colors of things or like the aesthetic of a character or whatever, and put it in a visual novel, I would probably be doing the same thing that I'm doing to it that I'm doing to this right now. And this is probably actually written, not probably, it is written a lot better than what I wrote back then. Anyway.
You're lucky your friend was here today.
You're lucky your friend was here today.
He won't always be here though.
He won't always be here though. After imparting one last subtle threat, the guard hurries out of the shop, brushing past Leanna and I. Zach relaxes in the shopkeeper's eyes in relief.
Thank you.
Does that have to do with this new tax you mentioned?
Ah, the 70% tax. The shopkeeper nods. Gotta keep up the 1%. See, they know about the 1% in the future. Like, they know about where I'm from. That's the future. In this land, the 1% are nowhere near far, like, it's not that disproportionate yet, so they want to hurry that up along and start that now, thus the 70% tax.
The taxes just keep growing. I've tried to keep my prices as low as possible for the customers, but then our taxes grow and, well, you saw what happens next.
Yeah, that guy was a dick. His fingers tremble as he takes back the discharger. I think he's still shaken up by what happened.
I'm sorry. I still need a few more minutes to finish up the repairs. It would have been done by now if we hadn't been interrupted.
Zach nods. The weaponsmith gives him a grateful smile as he returns to his workroom. Tax issues again.
It looks like it's affecting all of the stores, and it's only going to get worse.
I'm not going to let it escalate.
Leanna and I glaze at Zach. Glaze? Wow, that's the alcohol talking. Leanna and I glance at Zach in surprise.
You two head to the inn. I have something to take care of first.
I need someone to make a compilation of every time I've ever said that's the alcohol talking. I guarantee you there's enough to actually make a compilation of it.
What are you planning to do?
I'm going to pay a visit to the mayor.
The mayor, yeah, a good Samaritan mercenary. Stay quiet. We'll help. Yeah, sure. We're coming too. Zach looks surprised. Oh, look at him. Look at him. His eyes widen. That's some good animation there. Now, I know that I'm like poking a little fun at the game, but actually, you know, like I said, the animation looks really cool. It's nice to see like characters move and to see them like full of life. And again, it is early access and everything like that, but I'm actually having fun with this game. I mean, if I really didn't like this game would have gotten the Queen of Thieves treatment. Oh, good lord, if you want to know that, go find Queen of Thieves. Oh my god, on this channel, you can do it right now. Just, oh god, it's so bad. So bad.
Something here is just not right. We can't sit by and do nothing.
The shopkeeper returns and places Zack discharger on the counter. By the way, Queen of Thieves, I believe, is $29.99. This game is in early access, has animation, full-blown animation, by the way, and is $19.99. Fuck Queen of Thieves.
All fixed.
God, that's mean, but I'm sorry. That game was so bad and the dialogue just went on forever.
Thanks. Here.
Here you go. Zack offers coins to the vendor, who shakes his head.
Please, don't worry about it. You've already done me a huge favor by helping me with the guard.
Hey, and that's why we're gonna fight for you, my friend. Zack holsters his discharger and places the coins on the counter anyway.
I insist.
The shopkeeper looks conflicted, then sighs and nods gratefully. See, I like what Zack did here, and now I can't make fun of him anymore. I believe, and this is why, like, whenever I go to streams, or I go and I get like an Uber, or I get like a Lyft, or I go to a store, or I go to like any place where there's like a service being done for me, you always pay the price no matter what. You pay what it is for the job that has been done. If there is the option to tip, I take care of them. I tip them, and I make sure that they at least get 20% off of what they've done. Because at the end of the day, especially here in America, like, they have a life and things that they need to take care of as well. So I would feel in Zack's situation, what he did is absolutely correct. No, you pay them for the job that they did. Me doing the extraneous thing is extraneous. He did the job and got the repairs done. So, actually, Zack, you're now in good graces. You're an alright guy. Zack leads the way out of the shop and through the town. His footsteps are long and full of purpose, which is a change from his quiet, cautious demeanor. I can't help but look at him with a newfound respect. I'm sorry, are you just taking my thoughts and writing them down right now? Am I actually creating this story? This is the first time I've seen him so determined and driven. Soon we arrive in front of a large, elaborate mansion. It looks very out of place compared to the modest shops in the rest of the town. Two men guard the entrance. Sorry, I can't mock you anymore. Zack pauses and sizes up the guards. Use the element of surprise for two quick. That's the alcohol talking. 2 quick sneak attacks. Talk your way in. Let's try no. You know what? Because this will, okay, so because if we do sneak attacks, that means we get physical in all of this. And that creates a bigger problem, especially if we're trying to get and talk to the mayor. Let's talk our way in and see how this works. If it doesn't work, then we get physical. I believe in non-violence, so we start there. And then if that doesn't work, then we kick some ass. We should ask them if we can see the mayor, which, oh, come on, fuck on. Really? That's how you want to talk to them?
I doubt that would work.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Zack frowns, but after some thought, he nods.
We'll try that first. If that fails, we go to Plan B.
Okay, this game is just predicting everything I say now. Plan B? Zack has already moved towards the guards and doesn't hear my question. I face Leanna. Do you know what his plan B is? Rigor mortis, penicillin, you're an idiot. She shakes her head.
Let's just hope it doesn't resort to that.
Let's hope it doesn't either. We catch up to Zack.
Halt! What is your business here?
Our business here is to talk to someone more important than you, Guard 2.
We're here to see the mayor.
Does he expect your audience?
Does it matter, Guard 2? Zack shakes his head.
No, but I need to speak with him about this latest tax hike.
The tax hike?
Yes, Guard 3. The guards glance at each other and lower their weapons slightly. It almost seems as if they disapprove of the taxes too. Ooh. So why is no one... You would think that someone would have stepped up.
You guys don't seem too happy with the taxes either.
One of the guards hesitates, then nods.
My sister runs the bakery in town, and the taxes have been hurting her business.
Then why haven't you done anything about it?
It's a very good question.
We tried, as have some of the other guards. When we protested, the treasurer recommended the mayor hire real guards.
I see. He glowers as he mentions the treasurer. See, now, how much of an asshole we would have been if we would have just gone in and sneaked attacked these guards who were also disapproving of it, but are just simply doing the job that they were placed in. See, this is why you talk and you figure out the facts and you figure out what's going on before you make a move. Me, Blackjack, me smart sometime. He glowers as he mentions the treasurer.
Treasurer?
Yeah, things have gotten really strange ever since he came to town. Suddenly the mayor is passing crazy rules he never would have passed before.
What? The other guard elbows his comrade.
Quiet down. Do you want one of his lackeys to hear?
Uh-oh. The first guard frowns and falls silent. Leanna raises a hand to her chin and thought, also, where is guard 1? I know that I made you seem kind of unimportant by calling you guard 2 and guard 3, but where is guard 1? How is there a 2 and a 3 but not a 1?
This treasurer sounds really suspicious.
Yeah, he does. The guard motions to her manipulator.
Wait, you're a mage knight?
Yes, she's a mage knight and I'm a night elf mohawk. Leanna blinks.
Yes, that's correct.
Can you scan the treasurer for magic use? I swear, he's doing...
He gets cut off by guard 2.
Not your crazy theories again. They already have a court mage to see to that.
But what if the court mage is also in cahoots?
Yes, a court mage who was assigned by the treasurer.
All right, it answers my question. I swear, every single time, I have predictive fucking, dialogue to this story. It's really strange. The second guard frowns but doesn't reply.
If we let you through, will you just scan around and see if you notice anything?
I'm very curious. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Leanna nods.
Yes, I'll do what I can.
Just be careful. Some of the treasurer's hired guards may not be so fond of you poking around.
Who cares what they think? Both guards step to the side.
On your way.
Let's go.
Let's go! Off we go into the castle to speak to the mayor. Zack leads the way again. We follow behind as Leanna fiddles with the manipulator. And we go. As we progress through the mansion, we pass unnoticed by the clerks and guards milling about. They must assume we have a reason to be here if we got through the front door. Leanna stares intently at her manipulator, her brow furrowed in confusion.
This doesn't make any sense.
What is it?
The readings, they're so erratic. It's almost like but there can't be.
Uh-oh. There's what?
Shadow magic.
Do you mean the black arts? The black magic? Are there black mages about? Because that, you know what, that's actually funny. So I found this out recently that in Yu-Gi-Oh! The reason why they changed the black magician to the dark magician is because of the whole, no black magic thing. You don't want, negative connotation towards the word black. And I was like, that's actually kind of, I get that in America, but just a weird thing to change if that in translation, I don't know. Anyway. Zack looks sharply at Leanna, and I know someone's gonna make a comment about this. I'm black! Should be noted. That's why I just think it's weird. It's like, if it's black magic and he's the black magician, keep it that way. You don't have to go to dark magician. We get it. It's black magic. That's the point. But I guess actually more of that is towards black magic and Wiccanry or Wickandry or whatever the fuck you call it. I don't know. Shut up, Blackjack. Get on with this fucking story.
Shadow magic.
She reluctantly nods. Zack sets his jaw and tightens the grip on his dischargers. So, shadow magic. Someone mind telling me what that is?
It's forbidden magic.
Oh, you don't say. She's entirely focused on her manipulator.
It's coming from...
It's not coming from the drink I just had. She jogs down a hallway and stops in front of a Alright. She jogs down a hallway and stops in front of a mahogany double doors. I had a piece of ice in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Behind there.
I'm doing a terrible job. Suddenly, a voice calls out from behind us. I'm trying to drink at the same time that I play this.
It's you!
Ew, it's you. Oh. Are you guard 1? Because you don't have a 1 near your name. Are you the guard? Are you boss guard? Standing down the hall is the same guard from the shop. Oh, he must be guard 1.
How did you get in here? Intruders!
How did you get in there, intruder? I am in a death metal band. Sounds like what the voice he could possibly do. All eyes fall on us as he's yelling. The guard who previously ignored us now draw their weapons as they close in. Zach pulls out his dischargers. Now, all of a sudden, focused.
You go deal with whatever that is. I'll keep them busy here.
Okay, Squall, you do your best. Zach kicks one of the tables and drops behind it for cover.
Go! Now!
All right, fine. As he raises his gun, purple energy swirl to life. He rains a hail of energy bolts down the hall and suppressive fire. Lana bursts through the doors and I stay at her heels. The noise from the battle gradually fades as we run deeper into the mansion. Eventually, the hall leads into a study. A carved wooden desk laden with books and ledgers is in the center with bookcases surrounding it. A man wearing a hooded dark robe sits at the desk. He scribbles something with one hand while the other hand is hidden within his robe. An older man sits on the other side of the desk. His graying hair sticks out in strange angles and his embroidered clothes are slightly askew. He stares at the open ledgers on his desk, on the desk, but his eyes are dull, as if they aren't really seeing it. 2 guards stand by the doorway as still as statues with those same dull eyes. Okay. The treasurer rises to his feet. They're puppets.
Who let these 2 in? I explicitly said no visitors.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Leanna's manipulator pulses wildly, especially when she raises her arm towards him.
It's him! He's the source of the shadow magic!
He's Bakura! Sorry, that's the Shadow Realm. Neither the mayor nor the guards react.
How dare you make such accusations? Arrest her immediately!
Oh, hi. The guards ready their weapons. Stop! We aren't here to fight you. Shut the fuck up, Penicillin.
It's no use! He's influencing them with shadow magic!
Yeah, you idiot. A gust of wind gathers around Leanna, violently whipping her hair. She whips her hair back and forth and clothes. It concentrates in her gauntleted palm, and she hurls it at them. The wind knocks the guards against the wall and blows open the robe of the treasurer, exposing his hidden hand. It's... Within his palm is a dark crystal spear. It looks like a marble of darkness and swirling smoke, and instead it's a glob of... I've run out of jokes. From within the crystal are shadow tendrils. Oh my god, it's a hentai monster, which extend to the mayor and his 2 unconscious guards. Leanna's voice is flat when she speaks. I've never heard her sound so serious before, because now we're dealing with hentai. Censor all of it!
A tainted spear, and the branding of void.
Oh no, not the branding of void. Is that what happens when the tentacle monster has your way with it? Has its way with you?
You have seen too much.
You have seen too much. Batman! Joker! Don't do it, Joker! The treasurer raises the black spear high and shadow energy shoots straight towards Leanna. She raises her hand and creates another ball of wind which she fires at the shadowy bolt. High. The shadow ball cuts through Leanna's magic through like a knife through butter, and her wind scatters harmlessly into the room. Freeze. Push her out of the way. We gotta sacrifice. We gotta sacrifice ourselves for Bae. Leanna! I dash towards her and knock her out of the way, and she's like, oh! Naniga! I take the full brunt of the shadow blast and I'm flung back against the wall. Agony sears my body. Oh no, I'm seared to a burnt crispy outside, but a nice juicy center, cooked medium rare. I grit through the pain and look at Leanna. It doesn't look like any of the magic hit her. She rushes over, her face a mix of bewilderment and concern. See, that's how you get the ladies. You see, you gotta get the heartbeat racing because all of a sudden they make an attachment to you because they remember that moment of the heart racing, which is why you should always take your first date to a horror movie, because she'll go ahead and grasp your arm and then remember that moment in which her heart was racing, then grasp your arm. It's science. It's science. It's science. It's science. Go right now. Search it right now. Why you should take your date to a horror movie. I'm just saying. Blackjack's got the dating advice right now. Okay? Don't get mad at me. Science said it. Anyway. You got this. This is painful as fuck. Yeah, let's go with that. It feels like my body is being eaten from the inside out. If it's alright with you, I think I'm gonna just lay down for a bit. Leanna furrows her brow. What? There's something missing here. Leanna furrows her brow, and that's supposed to be in concern. Can you go deal with him so my suffering is not in vain? Please and thanks. Okay, thanks. Bye. Leanna unsheathes her blade, and apparently the game glitches. A determined fire in her eyes, she faces the treasurer and raises her sword. Oh, she's badass now. The manipulator glows with power, which flows into her blade, encasing it in a similar glow. Magic particles swirl around as static sparks of energy lash out from her weapon. In an instant, she dashes towards the treasurer with an inhuman speed. He fires 2 shadow bolts, but Leanna uses her blade to cut through the air and shoots off 2 slices of energy which cut through the shadow magic. Man, if only I was controlling this right now.
What?
What? Nani?
Yeah!
That. Leanna lunges and charges her blade towards the treasurer. Duh! Just before her sword would pierce him, the treasurer throws his tainted spear to the ground. It shatters apart and the shadowy mist leaks out of the orb, enclosing the room in a dark fog, and now everything's black. The thick fog clouds my vision so I can't see anything. As it slowly begins to fade, I make out... I thought that said I made out with Leanna. I made out with Leanna watching her surroundings, but the treasurer is nowhere to be seen. When she doesn't see her enemy, the glow from her sword fades away. The mayor lets out a throaty groan. He rubs at his head, his eyes now looking groggy like someone who has just woken up.
What is...
No. Leanna sheathes her blade. Leanna sheathes her blade. It's a fucking alcohol.
Take it easy. You were under the effects of shadow magic.
Black magic.
shadow magic?
Shadow magic. He shakes his head as if He shakes his head as if to free his thoughts. He must be trying to shake off the lingering effects of the magic.
Is it finally over?
I don't know. When did it start? Because we didn't start the fire. Never mind. Wrong time for that. Leanna nods. Thank you. The mayor takes a few more minutes to compose himself. When his eyes seem more focused, he sighs in relief.
You have my thanks.
Suddenly, the door barges open and Zack races in. Behind him is a wave of guards.
Stop him!
No!
He's with us.
Yeah! The mayor stands unsteadily on his feet, but addresses the guards.
Leave them be! But they... I said leave them be!
Alright, finally I got that down. They hesitate and shoot confused glances at each other, but ultimately follow the orders and lower their weapons.
Took you guys long enough.
Zack Spade. He looks at me.
What are you doing down there?
Hey, listen, I went through some shit. I think I broke my spine. I groan as I rotate onto my back. Leanna offers me a hand, which I accept.
He took a shadow blast.
Oh, yeah.
Aimed for me.
Yeah. Zack blinks in surprise but looks impressed. Yeah, you can get your eyes off of her because now she's mine. She mine. Not yours.
Seems like you ended up being useful after all.
Ha! It's funny because I nearly died. Thanks. Leanna checks her manipulator, but it still remains still.
The shadow magic is gone.
Yay! Or, sorry, I should be more excited about that. Yay! The mayor seems much more alert.
It was my treasurer, wasn't it?
No shit. Leanna nods. He sighs heavily and sits back down in his chair.
When he first arrived into town, I thought he would be like all the other travelers and go on his way. But he said he knew how to make this town even greater than what it is now. He had ideas on how we could become more than just a wayward stop.
So, do you mean that this man who had money decided to run for treasurer and had a plan to make the town great again?
The first step was to increase taxes to build up our treasury.
Oh man, this is exactly why I need a camera. That stare would have been fucking hilarious to have seen. He hangs his head in his hands.
All I wanted was to help the people here have better lives. But all I've done is cause them suffering.
Yeah, town lives matter, my friend.
You weren't in control of yourself.
But it was me who made all the rulings and enforced those tax laws.
That is true, but you can make it right by doing right by our people and explaining the situation and fixing these stupid fucking laws that you set in place, even though you were possessed. Leanna shakes her head.
It wasn't you. That man had a tainted sphere, and he was using it to influence you.
That is true, but at the same time, he can explain said situation and make it right to his people by fixing these stupid laws. The mayor leaned back. He looks tired, as if a huge weight was dropped on him.
I don't deserve to continue as mayor of this town.
Okay, but that's going to be for re-election in 2 years, so you don't have to worry about that quite yet. How about you do right by your people, and then give them a reason to believe in you, and then you can be mayor, and then everything's all good. One of the guards steps forward.
That's not true.
That's not true, says Guard 2. I look over at the voice and recognize him as one of the guards formerly controlled by shadow magic. Yeah, duh, it was Guard... Wait, Guard 2 wasn't controlled by shadow magic. Guard 2 was not controlled by shadow magic. Guard 2 was like, yeah, no, these taxes are stupid too.
I know what it's like when he used that magic. All I could think about was how I could become an honor guard. The thought was overwhelming and I'd do anything to achieve it. I know that wasn't the real you, Mayor.
The other formerly controlled guards step forward and nod.
Me too. Little Garrett still plays with the toy sword you gave him for his birthday. Says he's practicing for when he joins the guard too.
When he joins the guard 2, well, we already have a guard 2. Maybe he can be guard 4? The other guards in the room murmur their assent.
There's nobody who can run this town better than you.
The mayor glances at the hopeful faces of his guards. In this small town, I can believe that he knows each of them by name. Finally, he gives them a weak smile.
I suppose somebody needs to clean up this mess.
I suppose I might die here on the floor if one of you guards don't actually become useful and get me up. He gets back to his feet and turns to us.
I don't know how to thank you for what you've done for us.
Leanna smiles warmly.
I'm glad we were able to help.
Zach and I nod.
You must be exhausted. Please, feel free to stay at Raven Pass for as long as you like. You are always welcome here.
Hooray! We don't have to pay for shit anymore. Okay, maybe we should pay for some shit. Just some of the shit. But like, if we want to stay here, that should be free. And then we'll make sure that the room service and all those people they get tipped and they're good. But the other part of it, just make sure it's free to stay here.
Thank you.
Yay! The three of us leave the mayor up to his business and head out of the mansion. Once outside, I glance up at the darkening sky. Leanna mirrors my movements. Oh.
We should rest up for the night.
We should rest up for the night, shouldn't we?
Agreed.
Well, I'm going to rest up next to a pongo, actually. I nod.
I saw the inn back towards the shops.
And into the inn we go. Zach leads the way. After turning down a side street, we see the lighted sign for the Hogshead Inn. I stifle a yawn as we head inside. Oh, look, it looks just like the inn of the other place we were in. What a coinkydink. Zach and I sit down at a table while Leanna speaks with the innkeeper. She returns with 2 room keys, looking a bit shocked. Wordlessly, she passes one to Zach. What's going on? Hey, what's going on?
The innkeeper refused to let us pay for the rooms or food. Said it was by order of the mayor, and one he would happily oblige.
Well, I wanted to know what's going on with these room keys because I noticed that there were only 2 room keys and your boy did not get one. So, what's the deal? That was really nice of him. She nods. Another silence falls over us, but this one feels natural and not a bit uncomfortable. After a few minutes, the staff brings out 3 steaming bowls and places one in front of each of us. Once the bowl hits the table, Zach digs in with gusto and practically inhales his food. Leanna and I share a look before we grab our spoons. Ah, stew again. She nods.
It's hearty and filling.
And it's rabbit. Rabbit again.
Actually, this time it's venison.
Ooh! Oh no. Wait. No, yeah. Ooh, venison. I take a bite. It should be good. That's way better than rabbit. No way, this is even better. Leanna grins.
I like venison more.
Yes. I try not to wince every time I use my spoon. The fire has eased out of my body, but my shoulder still throbs from when I land on the ground. Wait, is venison what I'm thinking it is? That's or am I thinking of veal? Is it veal that I'm thinking of? Oh, yeah, no, it's veal. Veal, that's what I'm thinking of. What's venison? Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Okay. No, okay. So I did have it right. Venison is made from deer, but what I've had before is veal, which is made from calf. So I've had veal before. I've never had venison. But because they both began with a V, I got confused for a second. Okay, my bad. So I actually don't know what venison actually tastes like. Leanna glances at me, then gets up and walks back to the innkeeper. She returns with a compress in her hand. She offers it to me with a smile.
This should help with the pain.
I hold it against my shoulder and smile appreciatively as the pain slowly melts into a dull ache.
Thanks for helping me back there.
Oh, you're welcome. You want to spend the night together? I smile. Anytime. Did you wink? Please tell me you winked. You didn't. I continue digging into my meal. So, what exactly makes shadow magic bad, other than the fact that it's called shadow magic?
It's far more dangerous than any other elemental magic. And it's incredibly unstable and volatile.
Oh, you don't say.
The most serious thought of shadow magic is how it's able to amplify the shadowy thoughts of someone's mind.
So the treasurer was manipulating what the mayor was already feeling. She nods. Aha, the mayor is an asshole.
He might have wanted to help the town by looking to expand, but there's also a bit of selfishness on his part for wanting to do that too. Either greed from more money coming in and more luxurious goods, or wanting more fame and recognition.
Okay, that's not necessarily so bad, okay? If there's a bit of selfishness and wanting to do something, fine, whatever. But when it gets amplified to the degree in which he got it there, then yes, that's bad. As long as it doesn't result in corruption, which I have, that's the real problem. But if there's like a bit of like, I want like my name recognized in this, I don't have too much of an issue with that. As long as you do right by the people, that's really what matters in the end game.
Everyone has thoughts like that. It's just a matter of keeping those thoughts in check.
Zach has the right idea. Leanna nods.
Shadow magic, unfortunately, lets those desires loose in a destructive way.
Yeah, wait. Oh my god, it's doing the predictive thing again. Is there any way to block against it?
Unless you are a mage. Not really.
I wonder if it's actually recording my voice. Like, are you Google? Can you hear everything that I'm saying? And then can you propose to me an ad that would fancy my interest? Leanna picks at her food.
Most people can't control the magic well, and it's very easy for it to backfire and cause more harm to the caster than the intended target.
That treasurer seems to be handling it well. She looks even more worried.
I know. Which is even more troubling, considering the fact that shadow magic is outlawed in Havengard.
Zach pushes his now empty bowl away from him.
I think he's part of Void.
The Void, or just Void? Is like Void an entity? Leanna frowns. Leanna's frown deepens.
I think so too. I noticed the branding on his forearm.
What's void?
They're practitioners of shadow magic. They first rose to power during the struggle of the Three Kingdoms, before the Treaty of Asaria.
Yeah, Asaria. What's that?
They wanted to grow their power in the outreach of shadow magic, and a lot of innocent people were killed in the process.
That sucks.
At the height of their power, they grew so powerful and were so destructive that the Three Kingdoms had to set aside their differences and band together.
Ooh, did we fall into Dynasty Warriors now?
That's when the treaty was formed. Part of the agreement was to outlaw shadow magic.
Wait, didn't I make a... I swear I made a Dynasty Warriors reference before. Did we talk about the Three Kingdoms beforehand? I think we might have. Are you really telling me it took 3 kingdoms to take down 1 cult?
Shadow magic is a lot more powerful than any other elemental magic, which is why there are people who still want to practice it. It's impossible to stabilize the magic, so it's deemed too dangerous to be used.
Ah. Zack nods. I see. No wonder both Leanna and Zack seemed so grim when they first noticed the shadow magic. I stifle another yawn.
Is everyone done eating?
Zack and I both nod.
Then I suggest we head to bed.
Okay, am I sleeping with you tonight? I second that motion. I'm exhausted.
I know.
She grins, and I can feel a rush of warmth to my face. I guess she saw my yawn. Zack led the way upstairs, clutching one of the keys. We stop in front of the 2 adjoining doors. Yeah, again.
Well, good night then.
Good night. Zack nods. Leanna turns the key and lets herself into the room. Then gently closes the door behind her. Ah, well. Denied, scumbag! Zack also turns the key and lets himself into the second room. As I'm about to follow him in, the door slams shut. Yeah, that sucks. Very funny. I turn the handle, but it's locked. What the hell? Zack, let me in. No, you asked Leanna to let you in. He ignores me, so I pound on the door. Come on, let me in. He doesn't answer, but a couple of people poke their heads out of the rooms and glare at me. Try Leanna's room, if you know what I mean. This is ridiculous. I knock on Leanna's door. Leanna! She opens the door a crack, then pulls it open all the way when she recognizes me. Her brows are creased with worry.
Is something wrong?
Something is very wrong. We're not sleeping together. I mean, I don't have anywhere to stay. Zack's being mean. Yes, I want to stay with you. Well, now, isn't this an interesting decision that we'll find out on the next... Nope, we're going to find it out right now. Yes, I want to stay with you. No, I was just thinking it would be nice if we spent the night together. She narrows her eyes and slams the door shut. God damn it! Okay, you know what? That's a good one. Damn it, that's 2 for 2. Try again. I continue hammering the door repeatedly. I can keep this up all night. Suddenly, the door swings open and I walk in. First thing I notice are there are 2 twin beds. Zack lounges on one and fixes his stony gaze at me. What the hell was that? Why didn't you let me in?
No space.
There are 2 beds. Zack wordlessly walks over to the other bed and pulls back the blankets. Tucked inside the bed are both of his dischargers. Not cool, man. Not cool. Really? Your guns need a bed? I go to remove the weapons.
What are you doing?
Moving your fucking guns. This is my bed.
But then where will they sleep?
Next to you, or like put them on a fucking counter. Pervert. I just looked at him. Finally, he sighs and collects his dischargers. I lie back on the bed, and as soon as my head hits the pillow, I am asleep. And as soon as he goes to sleep, we end this episode. Thank you all so much for this wild journey of an episode this one has been. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Comment down below, and if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you can see more of this content. And I will see you all next episode. Goodbye and good night. I have taken 5 shots. That's a double and a triple within the course of an hour and 30 minutes. Next episode is going to be a what? If I can talk.